it back.
Good morning and welcome to WLES. Today is Friday, April 28th, 2017. Thank you for joining us this morning. My name is James and my co-anchor today is Elodie.
Good morning, students and staff of Laytonsville Elementary. Please stand and face the flag for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let's get started with announcing birthdays. I will turn it over to Elodie, who will tell us who is celebrating a birthday today and over the weekend.
The birthdays for today and over the weekend are Henry P. and Miss Duda's class, Zeke D. and Miss Milligan's class, and Brandon H. and Miss Wick's class. When you see Henry, Zeke, and Brandon around the school today, please be sure to wish them a happy birthday. Remember to come to the office to collect a birthday pencil. The WLES crew wishes you a very happy birthday, and we hope you have a great day. And now we go to James for our Mapping the News segment.
This week in Mapping the News, we go to Seattle, Washington. Something pretty important happened there in 1970. Why are we talking about something that happened in 1970, you ask? Because that was the day of the very first Earth Day, April 22nd, 1970. We still celebrate Earth Day on that date to this very day. In fact, Earth Day was held last Saturday. Earth Day was founded by a man named Gaylord Nelson, a senator from Wisconsin. For him, Earth Day began as a way to teach students about air and water pollution, with the hope that the news would spread to the public. By creating a day for the Earth, Nelson hoped that people would start to care more about the environment. Before Earth Day, people didn't recycle and drove cars that used a lot of gas. And companies didn't care about polluting the environment. Since the first Earth Day, people started to care more about what was happening to the environment. Also, since then, new laws were passed to protect the environment, and the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, was created. The EPA protects nature and people. Over the years, Earth Day grew in popularity. And in 1990, it went global, with other nations joining in and participating. Today, over 1 billion people celebrate Earth Day. Earth Day is pretty important. Now I'm regretting staying inside OS. Sorry, but the good thing is we can all do simple things to protect the Earth. Something as simple as turning out the lights. Or using less water. Water can help our planet. And now we go to Elodie for our Book of the Week recommendation.
This week's book recommendation comes from Ellie P. and Miss Turner's class. She recommends the book Fuzzy Mud by Louis Sacker. Two friends, Tamaya and Marshall, take a shortcut through the woods and discover a pool of strange-looking mud. Tamaya gets some of the mud on her hands and later gets a terrible rash. When someone from her school disappears, she has a feeling that strange mud has something to do with it. Sounds pretty spooky, right? Take a look at what Ellie had to say about the book.
Why do you like this book? Because it's like kind of like a mystery, which I kind of like. So it's like you don't know what's happening next. So it's like you read like, oh, she's reading a book, and then it's the next chapter. It's kind of like a mystery. The problem was there was this bully named Chet, and he wasn't being very nice. But there was this one time in like the middle of the book that said like the teacher was worried, but Chet was, because after they went to the forest, shortcut forest, your thingy thing, they haven't seen him.
Who is your favorite character?
It's mine because she missed her leg to go on this weird shortcut forest. It's like a forest, and she got like blisters all over her hands, face, knees, and all over.
What's your favorite part of this book?
When she met her first friend, like when her friends were kind of being nice to her for once, because like her friends were hanging out with the boys, and they weren't like being very nice to her.
What inspired you to take this book?
Oh my gosh. Okay, actually my teacher, so we were in the media center, and I was looking for a book because we only had like 2 more minutes, and then she was like, oh, this book looks good, and then I was like, then she read like the caption to me, and then I was like, yeah, this is a good book. I checked it out, and I'm like, and then I started reading it, and I'm like, this is a really good book.
What grade level would you rate this book for?
4th and up.
Sounds like a great book. And it just happens to be a Black Eyed Susan nominees for this year too. Thanks, Ellie, for that interview. If you would like to read Fuzzy Mud by Lewis Sacker, you can find it near the Black Eyed Susan bulletin board under the call number FSAC. Now we go to Leah, who has a travel recommendation. Leah, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Elodie. Do you love zip lines, water parks, hiking? Do your parents like having fun with you too? Well, if so, you should visit Homestead Resort in Hot Springs, Virginia. It's not very far away. It's about a 2.5-hour drive. It's a beautiful place to visit. The resort is known for its hot springs. Hot springs are natural places where warm water comes out of the earth. Did you know that Thomas Jefferson used to hang out in the hot springs? The resort has so many things to do. There are zip lines, a water park, and an indoor and outdoor pool. There are plenty of places to hike. You can also go horseback riding. There are cute stores if you're a shopper. In the winter, you can go skiing and snowboarding. The resort also has places for your parents to have fun, too, like a golf course and a spa. You know, your parents have to relax because they have to take care of us kids, right? You might want to start saving up because a cost for a family of 4 is about $1,500 for the weekend. Yikes.
Well, sounds like it's worth it. Sign me up. Thanks, Leah, for that travel recommendation. Now on to our current event segment. This week's current event segment comes from San Francisco, California. Did you know that there are self-driving cars run by computers? Would you be a passenger in a car that drives by itself? Well, a young business owner is trying to make self-driving cars safer. Austin Russell was 16 years old when he became interested in cars that could drive themselves. He's now 22 and owns his own company called Luminar Technologies. And most people working for him are older than he is. He invented the technology called LiDAR. LiDAR works by using lasers to bounce off nearby things, kind of like how bats and dolphins use echolocation to see and find things. The lasers send the messages back to the computer, and then the computer to tell the car to stop, turn, or go. By using LiDAR technology, people will hopefully be able to buy self-driving cars sooner. People aren't sure the Luminar Technologies will be as good as Russell says it will be, but if he does pull it off, he might do better than some bigger car and computer companies. The big worry is not just about safety, but about how much it's going to cost. That could keep people from buying the self-driving cars. They would be too expensive. Other companies are competing with Russell, but they can't say they have 100% success. There are still lots of accidents, Russell says. It's not hard to make a car that's safe most of the time. It's hard to make a car that's safe all of the time. And he thinks he can do it. Now that's a growth mindset. And now we go to Elodie for what's trending.
Today's What's Trending is also a story of growth mindset. Roger Adams is the inventor of Heelys. Heelys are a shoe with wheels in the heel. Wearing Heelys allows you to switch between walking and skating without changing shoes. Roger grew up on roller skates, so to speak. He grew up in Tacoma, Washington, and skating was a family thing. He learned how to skate when he was only 9 months old. Most kids can't even walk at that age. He was also someone who tinkered with things. He always wanted to find out how things worked. It was during what he called a midlife crisis that the idea for Heelys came to mind. His first prototype was made of a pair of Nike sneakers. He cut out the Heely with a hot butter knife. Don't try this at home. And then added a rod and a wheel from a skateboard. After many failures, he finally came up with a working prototype. The first store to carry them sold out in a few hours. Now he owns his own company, and Heelys are sold in over 30 countries, selling between $50 and $100 a pair. Heelys are actually harder than they look to wear. It's recommended that you use knee and elbow pads, so having a pair of Heelys means business. So what do you think? Would you like having a pair of sneakers/roller skates? Now we turn to our favorite part of the show, bloopers. Everyone loves funny pet videos. This week's bloopers focus on just that. Pets doing hilarious things. Take a look.
And she falls, and it all comes down on me.
Sit there. Are you okay?
You have to love a good funny pet video. Thanks for the laughs, Garrett. Time to talk about the weather. Leah, what's the weather going to be like today and over the weekend?
Well, people, summer has arrived. Today's weather is calling for partly cloudy skies with highs in the mid-80s. The weekend looks, well, hot. Sunday, there will be partly cloudy skies, but it will be humid with highs in the upper 80s. Sunday, it will be mostly sunny, hot, cooler with highs in the 70s. Have fun out there, everyone. Now back to Elodie for the week in wrap.
Here's what hit the headlines this week in the news. You know, you can't drink seawater, right? Well, a new device might make that possible. The Fearless Girl statue could be here to stay on the wall. Spiders? Ew! Most people don't like spiders, but they do a lot of good for us. By eating insects. Did you know that Crayola is removing the color dandelion? What? Not? Okay. Ever seen the Google Doodles? One lucky girl earned herself $30,000 towards college and $50,000 for her school. Whoa. Lastly, jumping on a horse is a pretty intense sport. But jumping on a hobby horse, what? What's that all about? Here's the weekend wrap.
In Love Lady, Texas. You know who it is about to drop in. It's vocabulary, y'all. Let's get it poppin'. First up, this is big news to me. One day we may all be drinking water from the sea. For millions of people, clean water's hard to find, but that could change thanks to this device that was designed. And good news for the fearless girl, the statue on Wall Street that captivated the world. She arrived on International Women's Day, and now for another year she'll get to stay. Hey, how about some news on arachnids? You know spiders, alright, here's the facts, kids. They eat a lot, that's not up for debate. I'm talking every day, it's 10% of their body weight. Okay, I hope you didn't have plans for the color dandelion in your box of crayons. Crayola says it's leaving and we're getting something new. Pretty soon your box will have a different shade of blue. And a teen won the prize of her dreams for her Google Doodle with its peace-loving theme. 30 grand for college plus 54 Harris calling Sarah Harrison cool. Ooh, in Scandinavia, it's a new craze. Hobby horses keep kids jumping for days. They may look strange on an obstacle course, cause between their legs they're holding a toy horse. Okay, that's a wrap, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. It's FlowCab. Next week we'll do it again. Wait, hold up.
Thanks, Serena, for that summary of the weekend wrap. Now to sports. James, what do you have for us?
Today's sport piece is, again, interesting to say the least. We really like weird sports here on the crew. This week it's the sport of wife carrying. You probably have never heard of that. Now have you? Wife carrying requires the wife to grab onto her partner's neck and back while hanging upside down. The husband, making sure the wife doesn't fall, has to run through obstacles with his wife on his back. Take a look at wife carrying.
Support one another. And here in Maine, in the US, they take it to heart.
3, 2, 1.
50 men stepped up to the plate at the annual North American Wife Carrying Championship. The men carry their other half through a 250-meter obstacle course as fast as they can. And like in every relationship, there are ups and downs. A couple of locals are this year's winners, and the prize, her weight in beer and money.
Couples should support each other, and this sport is the way to do it. Wife carrying sounds pretty hard, but serious. Find something else to do to bring you closer. Now we shift to food. Elodie, what's on the lunch menu today?
Today's lunch choices are a mystery. It's manager's choice. Today, my friends, good luck with that. Now on to our LES announcements. The LES Variety Show is coming up next week on May 5th. Mark your calendars. We hope that you are all practicing your acts. It's sure to be a fun night. Also, next week is the start of park testing. Get a good breakfast and go to sleep early, people. The book fair is coming up. It will be held during the week of May 8th through the 12th. Attention all patrols. There will be a short patrol meeting today at 12:30 in the media center. Please wear your belts. Okay, time for the song of the week. Leah, tell us what Garrett picked for us this week.
Garrett picks Stay by Alicia Cara and Zed. Take a listen.
Waiting for the time to pass you by. Hope the winds of change will change your mind. I could give 1,000 reasons why, and I know you, and you've got to make it on your own, but we don't have to go up, we can stay forever, yeah.
Time for some trivia and a couple of jokes. Have you heard of April the giraffe? It seems like forever before she had her baby. Giraffes have the longest pregnancy of any animal. They carry their baby for 14 to 15 months. That's over a year, as long as 453 to 464 days. Wow. Imagine being a giraffe. Now for the jokes. James, what do elves learn in school?
How to make toys?
Nope, the alphabet. Here's one for you, Leah. How much does it cost for a pirate to get its ears pierced?
I'm not sure on that one.
A buccaneer. Get it? A buccaneer?
Okay.
Okay, here's one for both of you. What do you call cheese that is not yours?
Stop, just no.
Nacho cheese!
Stop, alright. Well, with that, we go to the end of our broadcast. Did you see the bulldog? Remember to put your guesses into the WLES box in your classroom or in the media center. Be safe, be kind, have a great weekend. Go Bulldogs!
Living on my sofa, drinking rum and cola underneath the rising sun. I could give 1,000 reasons why, but you're going, and you know that all you have to do is stay. so stay. All you have to do is wait.